Welcome to round 3 of Tier 5 Breakout Racing League. Not many drivers have shown up, unfortunately, for this round. I guess Vietnam has scared them away, but we'll have to see how they get along. Yes, especially jumping into Sector 3 there. The end of, you don't want to really be side by side with people, so I'm sure some people will want to be diving to get ahead of others. We're waiting on Jack Carl to get through. Hopefully it's not a connection thing. They're just taking their time selecting their tires.
And sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize I didn't have my audio clipped right there, so you probably heard nothing and then them talking about dive bombing. That's
yes,
alright,
well,
so we got it checked off now. So, no
Good.
worries.
Problem solved early.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jack Carl. These are the lobby stability things we are looking for, Codemasters. If you are watching... Ta-da!
Well, he may be taking all the time he can to select the tires. That are finally timed out, and he's probably gonna... he can get about 30 seconds.
I think we're past that point. So that's my problem I'm afraid of, is that it's a lag thing. Hopefully we don't have to rebuild the lobby, but yeah, these things happen.
Well, if so, I don't think it will take too long, but hopefully not. Hopefully you can get spawned in, basically, and we can start out qualifying.
Again, I'm still on board for a rent-a-server thing. I understand it's pricey, but Codemasters, I will pay. I want my leagues to go well. Oh!
Now everyone is loading in.
He's gone, and everyone's reloading. Another double check. Some people are checked and loaded in. And we are in. You might have to send an invite to Jack Carl, see if we can get him back in here for his qualify session. But hopefully he'll be able to join back and then get the lobby built. There we go. We are here. A few seconds behind, but that is fine. We're waiting for these guys to get out onto the track.
And one thing that a lot of you drivers got to keep in mind is setup will play an important role, not just so much as the straights and for passing, but more towards the tires and degradation that these guys are going to endure through this whole entire race.
It looks like Butters is first out on track. Let's get our track map going here. It's going to be an interesting run. Looks like a few of the guys are definitely getting out for an early run. But looks like for now Butters is going to be our provisional pole, so I'm just going to sit with him. Give him a little bit of screen time as he walks us through this course into his long straight sector 2. Comes down into the hairpin. Yes.
And while we're watching these out laps, we do have a very close points battle at the top of the board, with a third possibly approaching, which might be Broken Reptile. So he's going to try and challenge the top two this week and try and go for that points lead. So it should be interesting to see.
Yeah, and like even below them, it's a big fight for some of these guys to want to get those podium positions. Looks like Interior Titan and Q-Man have kind of been hogging them to himself. Reptile stole one last week at Bahrain, so I'm sure some of these guys are going to want to break the ice, so to speak. Hopefully we see a new podium finisher here today.
Yeah. And it looks like Butters has just started his outlap. Good 1 and 2. Gotta wash out real wide here and then cut in for a really late apex. So he got through there pretty smoothly.
No harm done. Nice and smooth through there. That's at the hairpin. He's going to set our provisional purple as he's first man through. Grabbing a decent line through there. Taking as much as he can all the way through.
So he could have gotten
a lap for Butters. But yeah, go ahead.
So you could have gotten a little bit more exit curve on that final turn. You gotta really get as straight as you can out of there to get a good run down this straight, because even that, if you just a little bit lower speed, just like in the hairpin that he's going through, you gotta maximize everything you can out of that car.
Let's see how he gets through on sector 3, just riding on board. See how we can get through these the narrow side here. Has to lift a little bit. So far has a decent line through. Keep his speed. Grabbing a lot of curve through there. A little bit of an early turn and it's going to cost him some of his time, but he's going to be able to come back through. Very nice. 36.5 to start us off.
Definitely not a bad time for provisional pole as Hayden comes across with a 137.1. So roughly around 6/10 between the top two at the moment. Bad Hunhouse coming in. Ooh, as Titan is a 135.3.
Throw it up. Right up top. So the Haas are taking it easily right now, but many guys are still going out for their laps. I believe Watchman is on a run right now, but I do believe Slingshot is also trying to finish up his lap as well, coming through sector 3. I'm not sure if he's going to bail out or if he's just trying to take it easy. Not wanting to slip up into the end here. Takes a good line, nice and safe. Gonna put him P5. I know Slingshot can go a little bit faster. How's Watchman gonna get on through the final 2 turns here? On the mediums, trying to do something a little bit different than the other guys. I believe they were all out on softs.
Yeah, so as of right now, it looks like a lot of people have gone for the soft tire compound. The only thing that I might worry about is just if everyone's on the same strategy. The only 2 people to really be on mediums is both Watchman and Hayden. They kind of set their times on the mediums. Watchman way off the pace, but Hayden right there with the mediums with the 137. I feel like he can get at least another 6/10 out of those tires, but kind of interesting to see if he can get into those 35s with this.
Ray's Hazard took a little bit of the wall. I believe Q-Man is coming down to finish his lap on the mediums. Interior Titan's gone straight to the softs. Q-Man puts himself P4 behind Hayden, our so far top runner for the mediums. This Bad Hunt House is just making his way back into the pits. Who else is still on a... Rise has still got to try and put down a lap.
Oh, that's not going to work. Rise just cut the corner, got too close to the hairpin, and unfortunately just his lap and have to start all over again. I'm just going to put more wear on those softs, so...
He's already got wing damage, so I'm sure he's going to go into the pits anyhow. At least Jack Carl was able to get back in. Hopefully they're able to set a lap. But... Henchman about to start a lap, just trying to find a little bit of room behind the Merc.
And we didn't get to catch Kwame, but Kwame does go fourth with a 137.6. He too has the mediums fitted, so it looks like the 37s. Yeah, it looks like the 37s are definitely going to be it. Yeah, it looks like Broken Reptiles.
Much faster on those mediums. Alright, go ahead.
Or as I say, Broken Reptile is now starting his fast lap. He just got done with his out through Sector 1. Looks like he's going through it pretty well. A little bit more aggressive through that sector right there, but looking for a good apex there. Got a lot of curb there, but seems like he's going at a pretty quick rate right now. Now he's going through basically hammerhead right here. A little bit of a later apex. Let's see if he can get it straightened out. Really close to the curb right there. Good late apex. Gets a good run down the straightaway. It's very important to hit this DRS zone perfectly because right as it hits, you gotta be on that button. It looks like he was a little late. Didn't get it right on time. That could cost him a few tenths as he approaches the hairpin.
Wide is going to scrub some of his time there, but Broken Reptile still trying to make his way on his lap. Had purple 1-2. Rough start in sector 3, but is able to resuscitate it.
Coming to the line. Let's see what he puts down for lap time. If we can get telemetry on that, that'd be a little bit more helpful.
If they want telemetry, they can have telemetry. There you go, guys. Just didn't know if you want to see more of the track and more of what's going on, but I can put that on. Who else is possibly on a run? I believe Hayden is coming into the pits. Bad Hunt House is on an out lap. Butters, I believe, is on a run.
It looks like there's someone spun out. It's like the kind of hammerhead portion.
Yeah, it looks like
so maybe
is out. Yeah, car's off track there, now, but it looks like Henchman is out. Crashed out Ferrari there. I don't know exactly what happened.
And it looks like hopefully Ethan is on a flyer. If we look back,
hopefully it didn't screw up their lap though.
I
wanted to see if he was on it. I think he bailed out of it. I was gonna follow along with him, but I don't think he's on a lap currently.
Well, he ended up catching back up to another one. He ended up catching the back end of Broken Reptile really quickly. Just through that sector, so it probably threw him off. Unfortunate because it seemed like he was on a pretty decent lap.
It's like Slingshot's about to start a lap. Bad Hunt House is coming through end of sector 2. He's got a purple so far. See if he's able to carry it all the way through to the end there.
Interested to see if Titan is going to go back out and try a time on the mediums, if he can go faster on those, or, well, actually just set another faster time on another set of softs, the 135 flat. I am interested to see if Butters is going to go back out and try and do another lap, or if he's just going to kind of leave it there and say good enough.
Looks like Watchman's just started his lap here, but he's lost it. Oh, and oh my. That is not the way you wanted to take that at all. A huge accident right there. Luckily, there's nobody coming out right now, but Ethan is on his way out. Hopefully that doesn't cause him any issues. Nope, car is off track. Oh, Ethan almost made a similar mistake with that curve, but all good. So that is unfortunate for Watchman. The Slingshot is on his way to finish his lap. Is he going to pull it in? No, he doesn't pull it in the pits. He's going to finish this lap. What is he going to set on the board? Not able to improve on another time, it looks like. He's going to hold his position there. He might have enough time to get back in and out. Bad Hunt House is on his way back into the pits. I believe Titan was on his way into the pits, which means Rise Hazard, I believe, is the only car on a flyer right now. Going down close to the end of Sector 2. Sets of purple is coming through Sector 3. Bailed out of the corner a little bit there. And that's only going to put him 9th. Looks like Ethan has started his run. I'll follow on board with him. Doesn't look like anybody else is really on track. Rise Hazard is on in lap. It's only Ethan out right now. Everyone else is loading up for their final runs. Gets nice
right now
all the way through there.
Able to hit that DRS zone just right, click the button, and you saw the wing open up for him, got that right on cue. Coming down the hairpin, now this is very tricky. If you brake too early, you get too much curve. If you brake too late, you seem to overshot it. Seems like he got it just right, got a little bit more curve than I would have thought. Didn't look like it killed his run, and it's coming through Sector 3. This is a tricky corner right here. You think you can take it a little bit quicker, but especially this section, any little mistake can lead to disaster. Do that really well. Hooking the apex to the S's very, very well. Down to the 4th, really revving out that engine. Going for us just at the 5th, down the 2nd. Into the final turn. Hopefully you can get some good turn in here because you can get a lot of power on right at the exit. Went down to the 4th. That's going to kind of kill his exit a little bit, but runs into 5th place. Not a bad time.
He's got nobody behind him. He's just going to slow down and take his time. But yeah, he doesn't want to kill his tires too much. Turn down the engine. Looks like there's a few guys coming out of the pits now, though.
Before we do get the next set of times, would you mind turning on lap data real quick? So those watching can kind of see how fast they're going.
I can.
But one person that has yet to make a lap is Jack. He's still been in the pit lane.
I'm not sure if he's having connection issues or if he's just not made a lap. Yeah. Everybody else is getting their way through. Looks like Bad Hunt went earlier than everybody else. So did Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile is going to be the first one of this group to start their lap.
So it seems that Jack Carl may be having some possible internet issues, or something is going on with his console. It seems like he's actually on at the moment. I'll try and see what's going on with him while you're watching the track.
Yes, we're just riding along with Broken Reptile. He doesn't improve a whole lot into Sector 1, but maybe that's not where he needed to improve. It's usually Sector 2 that is where people get bit around here. Purple Sector 2, not a whole lot up. Just takes enough over the curves there. Better than his last lap. Able to improve quite a bit, put himself up into P2. It's not going to be enough to get himself right up there, as now Bad Hunt House is making his way through. Coming around the final 2 turns here. What are they going to post? Up into P6 for them. I do believe it was Interior Titan coming on their lap, or is it Butters first? Yeah, it's Butters first. He's lost a little bit of time at the end there. He's only up a little bit. He's going to be pretty upset that he couldn't improve. Yep. And then Q-Man is making his way through on the softs. Up quite a lot of time. Coming through. Is that going to beat Titan? Not quite. It's going to be a lot closer as Titan's coming back through behind. Not going to improve, but improve the Sector 3 time. And last driver, I believe, everybody else is on an in lap, so that's going to be the end of quality. Well done to the drivers. Good on you.
As of right now, I'm trying to see a Jack back in. Did try to communicate a little bit, but it looked like nobody was able to get to him. But I did try to send him an invite. So I'm not sure if he ended up getting that, so hopefully he can get back on and get back in. And be able to race tonight. If not, I think we're down to an 11-car field.
Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes with the connections here at times. All right. Not sure who's still out there and who needs to retire. Should be session over. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, Interior Titan's going to take pole by quite a bit. Behind him is going to be Q-Man, his points rival. Broken Reptile wanting to make it a 3-way fight in 1, 2, 3. Butters P4, Hayden P5, Ethan in P6, Bad Hunt House in P7, Ray's Hazard in P8, Slingshot P9, Watchman in P10, unfortunately crashed out, and same with Henchman. Jack Carl not able to get out, unfortunately, due to connection problems. So, that is going to be your grid order. Hayden, your highest runner on the mediums. Is it going to be a difference? Watchman also on the mediums. Everybody else starting on the softs. What is going to happen? Please let us know who you think is going to win. I think it's going to be a good race between the front 3, especially off the start. I wonder who's going to get a good jump.
I think I'm probably going to have to go with Titan, because normally he's been pretty good on starts. He always seems to get a little bit more traction than the others, so look for him to kind of get more of the jump on the rest of the field. And with him starting up front, he may have a little bit of an advantage going to T1.
All right. Looks a little overcast. I don't think we're going to have any rain.
Hopefully not, but if we do, that should make for an interesting racetrack because this is very flat, so water standing and passing will be very, very hard, and getting runs will be even more important than what they already are. So, if that ends up
Yes.
happening, who knows?
I think the bigger thing is just going to be with the overcast. It's going to change the track conditions and the track temperature, causing these guys to have different issues on maybe the harder stints with tires, keeping temperature in them, keeping them warm. So maybe there's going to be an advantage to the softs today. So we'll have to see.
That's going to be very important, is keeping those temps up in the tires, because going down those long straights, you're going to lose a lot of temperature through those tires. So if you're able to keep up the traction, kind of keep your car on edge, keep up those temps, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage versus another guy.
I definitely agree. It's going to be an interesting race of strategy. And there's the strategy markers there, although I don't think the soft, medium, medium is the way to go. It's either the soft to hard or the soft, medium, soft. As we shall get interval. Our tire, as Jack Carl is on the mediums, Henchman has selected the mediums. And let's get our telemetry up for these guys as well.
Some underrated drivers that are more towards the back of the field. I'd have to say both Henchman and Bad Hunt are both guys to look out for, even Ethan. I know the top 5 is very strong, but those guys normally have a really good chance of just slowly making the way up through the field. Along with Slingshot, those guys are more methodical in kind of their thinking process, more cautious, but at times can be quite aggressive. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what they want to play out as.
Hey, with the clean drivers like Slingshot, though, you know, a late safety car can really make the difference on penalties. So you never know. Sometimes it pays to be a little bit slow, but hopefully he's got the pace here today. Hopefully Watchman has a good run on the mediums. Same with Henchman. He was being held up a little bit by the AI ghost of Jack Carl.
And I will say one other tire strategy that people might end up doing is, I know you're talking about soft, medium, and soft, but I think if you go soft to medium with everyone else, if you short pit for another set of mediums and can make those last to the end, might be on a little bit more of an advantage of those on the softs, because you will have a little bit of a gap between you and them. Keep those mediums in good condition. Definitely be set for more towards the end of the race. I'll let you take lap 1.
And we shall see as these guys are about to take off. We got our 5 red lights and they're away. Interior Titan takes the lead, holding into the first corner. It looks like Q-Man following in behind with Broken Reptile. BBR Butters not really having any difference of change. We've got some changes at the very back of the fight, though. Ray's Hazard, some of these guys going over the curbs a little bit, fighting their way through. Slingshot in behind. But, yes, quite a fight already. Interior Titan trying to make a run for it, as he's already got a big gap going so far. Using him up a lot of ERS on this lap, just trying to get away. Doesn't look like Hayden's falling too far back off, even with those mediums. These guys are building a gap to each other already. Broken Reptile trying to keep it in close to Q-Man. Is he going to be able to make a move in the next few laps? We'll have to see. Butters is just falling off a little bit to these guys, maybe just trying to reserve his tires. Could be a strategy call for the Haas pair, trying to build a bit of a gap so that they can pit within the... Oh! And we have a big accident. Butters is around. unable to get back going without damaging more of his wing. Is that going to cause a safety car for us? No, it's just a yellow flag as these guys are through. Interior Titan going to start our first fast lap here. These guys are already fighting for traction on this cold track, it seems. Ethan has somehow made a move, or is that just a weird glitch on the time board, which I believe it to be. Alright, I'm not sure what's going on with the board, but yes, Butters is into the pits for a new stack of mediums. After all of that, Interior Titan is still on the go. Q-Man not too far behind, but falling off a bit. Broken Reptile still trying to close that in. Watchman taking up a penalty for 3 seconds for corner cutting. Hayden trying to close it in, but he's getting a bit of a fight here with Ethan behind him on those softs, and we have a safety car. We have a safety car as Watchman is out. How did that happen? How did he lose it there? Oh no, that's unfortunate, but yep, that's going to cause a safety car and take away that gap that Interior Titan was working away at. Not exactly the way we thought that was going to start out. Hayden getting a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That's not going to help out him by any means. As Q-Man takes the lead, as he does not pit. Ethan in behind does not pit. Interior Titan out on the mediums. Hayden coming back out. He's already served the 5-second penalty. Going out on mediums as well. Looks like Butters, or Henchman's gone for the hards early. Will that be the strategy call? It looks like Ray's hazard got held up with Hayden's penalty as well, which is not helping out his case whatsoever. This Ray's hazard is probably gonna, yeah, he's gonna come out last. Unfortunately, due to Hayden's stop, isn't going to help him out as these guys are going to restack. Q-Man has lead, followed by Ethan on that older stack of soft tires. Interior Titan on the fresher mediums. Jack Carl, who is not with us, he's been disconnected. Broken Reptile, who will be P4. Slingshot P5. Bad Hunt House P6. Hayden P7. Henchman P8. Butters P9. Ray's Hazard will take P10. Unfortunately, with the disconnection and Watchman being DNF'd, if these guys can survive to the end, it's points. So we shall see how these guys can get on at the start. Hopefully we have a good safety car release. Remember guys, do be careful out there. Back up the car as soon as it says safety car is coming in. You know, take your time, warm up the tires. It's probably going to be another lap. So from the restart, who do we think is going to be able to win it out? Is Reptile going to be able to hold on to Titan behind on those mediums? Make this fight against Q-Man for points, as now we have our points champion on 2 different tire sets of Interior Titan and Q-Man. Both of them are in striking distance of 1 and 2 of each other, so this is going to be a very deciding race for the two. I know Broken Reptile, after being disconnected in Australia and putting a P2 performance in Bahrain, wanting more in Bahrain, is going to want to try and steal their thunder today Is he going to be able to do it from P4? I'm hoping so, but we'll have to see. As these guys are going to start warming up their tires before they get going, I'm sure. Q-Man already trying to put a little bit of temp into them as they're going through. Slingshot as well stayed out on the softs is going to be the right strategy call. Is going to be able to get him some positions. I'm not so sure, but maybe it is. I know the mediums can do the double stack. They're not going to feel nice. They can do it. You guys gotta be careful in the braking zone though. Nice and easy through there. Yep, 5-second penalties. Of course, that's going to happen. Severe collisions, taking off wings and other things. Guys gotta be careful. Don't want any of that. Q-Man is going to be letting the safety car go, I believe. Yeah, safety car is gonna let him go now. He's gonna try and take it nice and slow. Ethan in behind. Interior Titan closing in. Everyone just trying to get nice and close. Q-Man already gone. I do believe so. Trying to run away already. He does get a good run on them though. Ethan already a second behind. Oh, as Interior Titan goes deep, he's going to push Ethan. And that's going to take some of his wing. Broken Reptile is going to make the most of it though. Getting ahead. Oh, and that's really going to throw off Ethan, unfortunately. As, yeah, Broken Reptile is going to make the most of it, throwing himself up into P2. With Interior Titan, with a wing damage, is not going to help him. Slingshot moving up already, up into P4. With the disconnected car in front of him. Hayden trying to make the move on those fresher mediums. Took it a little bit deep, but definitely got it done. Trying to make some positions done here today. Interior Titan trying to limp that medium stint now with that broken wing. Broken Reptile trying to close in on Q-Man. So now we have a yellow sector 2. I believe that's for Ethan. Bad Hunt House making his way through Slingshot. And is Slingshot going to be able to answer with anything? No, he's not. As Henchman comes flying up the outside, trying to make a move as there's contact, pushing Henchman off a bit. Not going to be too happy, but he's going to be trying to push as much as he can on those hards. Bad Hunt House is going to try and close in on Hayden. Is he going to be able to do the most of it? I think with Interior Titan limping it, it's a good chance for him to steal a podium today. Q-Man, or Interior Titan's going to go into the pits now. Q-Man's going to set us a new fast lap. As Slingshot's gone deep, and that's going to cost him his wing. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go all the way around again, and that's not going to help out his race at all. Interior Titan into the pits now to get a new wing. Hards to the end, definitely the strategy call, but I don't know how it's going to work out for him. Ray's Hazard not having a good one. They've lost quite a bit of wing as well. Henchman kept his nose clean, able to make his way up through. He's up into P7 on those hards. He might be able to steal some thunder from these guys. Ethan trying to make a recovery race at this point, unfortunately, after being pushed. And, yeah, Butter's making the most of it, trying to push his way up into some good points for Haas today. Going to be able to close up on Bad Hunt, I'm not so sure. Broken Reptile has closed in about 5/10 to Q-Man. I'm thinking those softs are starting to fall off just that little bit, and those mediums are doing just fine. Broken Reptile definitely having the pace on the restart. So we have a fight. Oh no, it's just the ghosted car. guys are all a little bit spaced out at this point, so there's not a whole lot of battling on the go. It is just a pace march. Let's see who does have it. Ethan is closing on to the back of Butters, though. DRS will be enabled. And Ethan definitely trying to recover some of his races. Butters gets it really wrong. And Ethan is on the back of him, trying to make a move into turn 1. He's going to use overtake. Butters makes a defensive move to go low. And Ethan's going to say, I'm going to take the high road then. That's fine. Oh, Butters sends it deep. Ethan a little bit wide. But Ethan's going to try and come back through. Butters sending it out the far outside. Ethan not going to have the greatest angle, locking up a little bit, but going to have DRS on his way through. Probably going to be able to make something done on this pass. Not able to do it on that run. Probably will have more speed on the next go round. That's what he's looking at. Butters gets it a little bit wrong. Ethan backs out of it in fear of being taken out. But yeah, these two are fighting, and it's just pulling Henchman a little bit closer in behind on those hards. Probably able to grab a little bit of split stream now. Slingshot out on a new stack of tires after having to limp the car all the way through. Ethan not able to get around Butters. His tires might just be falling off just that little bit. Broken reptile falling off a little bit from Q-Man. He must have just been pushing that bit harder on those softs. Trying to keep that gap out. And yeah, these guys have a good gap going through. Q-Man in P1, Broken Reptile P2, and BRL Hayden P3. Getting a little bit wiggly there. But yeah, so far so good. Hayden able to set our new fast lap with a 141.1. Good on him to try and steal a good podium for himself today. Come on, Bad Hunt House, you're not that far behind. I do know you can push your way through. Ethan right on him. Interior Titan sets a new fast lap on those fresh hards, just with that free air, I'm guessing. But he's closed into the back of Ray's Hazard now. And is he going to be able to make a move? He doesn't quite have DRS yet. Looks like Ethan might still have a chance against Butters up front. As Broken Reptile's really fallen off now, and BRL Hayden's really closing in. Going to be able to make a move on Butters going down into the hairpin corner. He's got the inside line. They go side by side. Locks up. Blocked him off, but hey, Butters didn't show him any quarter a few laps ago, so that's the way it goes. Ethan's on his way through. As Hayden makes his way through Broken Reptile, or is he disconnected? Oh no. Q-Man's into the pits now. Bad Hunt House is going to slide his way through. Ethan into the pits as well. Butters is going to slide his way through. Henchman making his way through on those hards. Doing quite well up into P5. It's a good race. If he can make it to the end, he might be doing pretty well with everybody else needing to make a stop. BRL Hayden up front right now after Reptile unfortunately disconnecting. And not being online, I cannot give him an invite, unfortunately. Bad Hunt House in third. Gonna want to try and make the most of it and hold on to those tires. Q-Man not too far behind on that fresh stack. Butters just behind him. Butters will probably get DRS this time around. Using overtake to make sure he does. Not going to be able to get close enough, but able to close up the gap that bit to Q-Man. but not able to hold on to it, losing him a bit into the traction zone, unfortunately. So that's not exactly what Butters wanted. It's just a train for pace. These guys are all going through. Hayden trying to open a gap to him and Bad Hunt and everybody else behind. I'll try and get Broken Reptile another invite, but let's see. No, I cannot invite to game for whatever reason. Just doing a quick look. Henchman on his way through as Butters is into the pits. Henchman doing quite well on those hards as Q-Man's just trying to close in on Bad Hunt House now. Looks like Interior Titans made his way through with Ethan pitting for the hards. Not had a great go for him, unfortunately. It looks like Henchman might have some wing damage on board. Bad Hunt House is right onto the back of Broken Reptile's ghost car at this point, unfortunately, but Q-Man is trying his best to close in that gap. Hayden now into the pits. 6 laps on those softs, or on the mediums, seems a little odd. I don't know why he would pit now. Seems better to keep going. Bad Hunt House thinks better and does so, and is going to take our P1 for now, as Q-Man is very close in behind him, trying to close in that gap. But yeah, Bad Hunt House is our leader for now. Q-Man getting DRS, having a lot more ERS than Bad Hunt House, and on that fresher stack of tires. Isn't able to make it on this go-around, but I'm sure is going to want to try and do so on the next go-round. Pushing hard with overtake to get as close as he can. Right onto the back of Bad Hunt House, makes the move. Bad Hunt House is going to offer him the line anyhow, knowing that he's on the different set of tires, not wanting to get into any trouble. Good on him to just try and keep in close. But yeah, definitely running pace for a good podium for Bad Hunt House. Henchman not too far behind. If he's able to maintain this, it's still a good run for him. Wing's not going to help his Interior Titan on the hards as well behind him. Hayden not too far behind on the hards as well, trying to go to the end. Ethan a little bit farther behind, but still trying to resuscitate this race, having a hard go with traffic. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, but yeah, doing well so far. I still cannot invite him to the game, I'm sorry. Sorry, Broken Reptile, I'm trying, but every time I go, it's got nothing for me there. And unfortunately, my co-comms is disconnected, so I'm trying to do this as best I can, everybody. But yes, BRL Hayden is on the back of Interior Titan, on the fresher hards. Not having a whole lot of ERS. Neither does Interior Titan. Trying to get away. It's going to be a good fight as Henchman is right behind, nursing that broken wing, but able to hold in close. I think he's just trying to limp it till a medium range where he can jump onto a mediums and just get to the end. But yeah, Hayden doing very well, keeping close to Interior Titan here. Bad Hunt House still having a good gap, able to hold on to his stint, holding on to that soft, medium, soft, I believe he's going to try to do to the end. Hayden's going to be able to hold on to DRS. He's not going to let Interior Titan go. I think he knows he's got the fresher hards, and he knows he's going to the end on the strategy he wants. If he can just hold it together, I think he's got a good chance at a podium as well. I think right now that he's fighting for a podium position with Broken Reptile being disconnected. It's not going to help. Ray's Hazard gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh, we have another safety car. Who is out? Oh, that's Butters. Butters is out. That's behind. Yeah. Already off the track. Slingshot's going to make his way through. Unfortunately, yeah, Butters is out. Offering more points for everybody else on the table. Q-Man going for the pits now. Bad Hunt House into the pits. A good window for him. Interior Titan's going to keep going on those hards. BRL Hayden on those hards. Going to be hard to keep the time in them. Henchman taking a 3-second time penalty, but into the pits now. Ethan into the pits after taking a 3-second time penalty. And yeah, Ray's Hazard on those fresh hards. Slingshot on the mediums. I wonder if he's going to change his mind. Maybe go to the hards, maybe get a fresh stack of mediums. I'm not quite sure what his plans are as of yet. Right now, Interior Titan and BRL Hayden are going to be your P1 and 2, as Q-Man is going to take P3 for right now. Bad Hunt House, not doing bad. He's definitely still on for an amazing race and still quite possibly able to take out these guys on the hard tire. But Broken Reptile, AI's jumped him onto the softs, not going to help him out too much. Ethan on the mediums. And Henchman onto the mediums as well. Hopefully able to take those to the end. Ray's Hazard on the hards to the end. And Slingshot kept going. I'm guessing he thinks he can get to the end on those mediums. Or he's going to jump onto a set of softs at the end. I'm not too sure. Either that or he's just more concerned with catching up to the main crowd right now during the safety car. But if I was him, still would maybe consider some new tires, but we'll see. Back in the car now. He's not ghosted anymore. I really wish the game would tell me a little bit more when people get in and out. Like, it's not the greatest, but I'm hoping he's back in, and hopefully he can pit and jump on mediums and try to, save his race from, behind Ethan and Henchman. That would be at least nice. Because I think he'll still get ahead of Hazard and Slingshot. Guys got to give each other a little bit of space on safety cars. Come on. 10 car lengths at very least. Just be nice. Share the track. Ethan's still on that recovery drive. Could still somehow scrape out a nice podium after all the frustration, after all the grief. Could still be the dream. Henchman's still also on that dream. Bad Hunt House also still sniffing for that dream. So I'm really excited to see the end of this race, as looks like everyone's pretty much got their stack of tires at the end, except for the AIs and possibly Slingshot. I think everybody else is pretty much good to go. Interior Titan might have some trouble on those hards, but we shall see, as these guys have all pretty much caught up to the safety car at this point. Hoping safety car is in this lap. I'm thinking so. So, we shall see. Safety car is in this lap. Okay. Interior Titan, just try to back them up nicely. Just weave, take your time. Everyone else is gonna back off nicely, hopefully. Hayden, back off nicely. People be nice. We're supposed to be slow, offering space so safety car can get in. I understand you want to be bunched up, but get bunched and offer a little bit of leeway. And the safety car is in. Interior Titan can make his choice to go. Actually having a little bit of wheel spin. Try to go a little bit earlier, wasn't able to. Q-Man probably getting the best launch out of the three through there. Bad Hunt House not too far behind. Ethan trying to claw his way through. Fell off a little bit on that restart, but hopefully can just push it right back and get those positions done. Bad Hunt House pushing hard to try and catch up to Q-Man. Q-Man not able to make the move on Hayden or Interior Titan on the hards, as Broken Reptiles got pressure on the back of Bad Hunt House. And Henchman putting pressure on the back of Ethan, trying to make a move already. Pushing with the overtake, he's going to be able to get it. He does not have DRS with the safety car restart, so these two are just going to have to fight it out on raw pace. Henchman trying to get a better angle out of the corner, just fighting Ethan all the way through. It's costing them time to the guys ahead though, that's for sure. Just not able to make a move. A little bit of contact sets them off. Not going to help out their races now. They're 3 seconds behind our leaders, as Bad Hunt House is still chasing down Q-Man. A little bit of a puff of a lock up there. A little bit of an oversteer, but able to keep it out of the wall and is continuing through. Falling back, or was that a leg spike? I'm not quite sure what has happened there for him, but he's on his way through. I don't know if he slipped or what happened there. I thought he was just there, then he vanished. Do not know, but Ethan right behind him. Aiden, you gotta be careful with the double move. Ethan being pushed right down to the low line. Not exactly a line I like, but Henchman right on the back and trying to make a move. Does so with overtake. trying to catch up into Hayden. Everybody pushing hard, using up all of their power. Q-Man saving quite a bit. Interior Titan using a lot to try and get away. But Bad Hunt House closing in close. The back of Q-Man. Doing well to hold on to that podium position so far. DRS is enabled this lap. Should be interesting to see who's going to get the DRS and how that's going to impact the rest of the race, as Broken Reptile is trying to make that move on the outside. Bad Hunt House does so nicely. Pushing now with overtake, trying to get away, but Bad Hunt now with DRS is going to try and claw it back. Not quite able to before the corner and backs out of it. Trying to get a good line instead. Better call, I do agree. But Q-Man trying to close into that 1 second gap to Interior Titan using overtake. Trying to close in that 0.2. Will he get DRS? No. Way far away from point, my bad, but yes, he's just going to try and close in that time to that 1 gap. A little bit of a lockup, but with those mediums, it's probably nice and easy to do. Hayden, our highest runner on the hards, trying to do a good race here. Got 10 more laps to go, putting him 16 on those hards. Definitely not a bad strategy. It's going to be a little rough on them, but I know they are rated for 22 around here, so he should be more than fine. But yeah, Interior Titan might have a little bit more worse for wear on those tires. Slingshot probably not able to go too much farther on those tires either. But yeah, Ethan trying to close into Hayden. Slingshot into the pits. Where's close the gap? Q-Man, DRS with Interior Titan, not able to make the move in Sector 1. Gonna try it on the second DRS straight. He's just trying to get a good line. Holding on to the back of Interior Titan, pushing now with overtake. And with DRS, the car just comes alive with speed. Overwhelming Interior Titan. Interior Titan making the move. Trying to fight back. No quarter given between these two, as they're definitely fighting out for their points championship right now. Broken Reptile not too far behind. I'm not sure how long those softs are going to last for him, though. Able to close up on these guys to make it a three-way fight, just like I had hoped. Unfortunately, that connection problem not really helping his race at this point. We have a yellow Sector 1. Looks like Ethan's had some issues. Benjamin's going to close in on him. Looks like Ethan's lost some wing there. All three of them Gonna have to fight it out into the corner. Interior gonna have the pace on the with DRS, not quite. Q-Man making that move from left to right, not really helping Interior Titan. I think the stewards might be looking at that. I'm not sure. He didn't take any wing damage from what it looks like, but probably Interior Titan not too happy with that. BRL Hayden and Bad Hunt House making a trade of positions as Hayden's on his way through. Trying to catch up to the leaders now, only 5 seconds behind. Trying to grab that podium position from possibly Broken Reptile, stuck on those softs to the end. I think that's what he's going to try to do, or blow a tire otherwise. Tier Titan still pushing hard. He's got DRS trying to close in on Q-Man, not going to let him go. Ethan into the pits now, off of those mediums, trying to get a new wing on the car. Probably softs. Sorry, softs to the end. Rise Hazard is going to take that position. Slingshot's not going to be able to make the move on Ethan, I do not think, even with the new wing. But the more these guys fight, the more Hayden's going to like it. He's just falling off a little bit to them as they're getting away from each other, but Hayden wants to close it in on these guys. This Broken Reptile have the pace on the softs to catch these. Tier Titan makes the move. These two are battling it out. It's rough. There goes Wing from Q-Man, and Broken Reptile is going to try to make a move up the inside. He's up into P2. Is he going to try and make it into P1? No, he's going to let it slide. He doesn't want to cause too much grief, as Q-Man is right in behind, now with wing damage. So this is all the more interesting, as these two are going to have to fight it out. Interior Titan's going to have the lowest pace on the hards, Broken Reptile's going to have the hardest time on the DEG, and Q-Man's going to have the hardest time on nursing that wing, as Q-Man decides to just go right into the pits. He's not even going to mess with it, as he's probably just going to grab a pair of softs and try to resuscitate whatever he can from this race. As BRL Hayden's just going to continue his way through, taking P3 for now, hopefully wanting to hold it, as Bad Hunt House is also going to slide his way through. Q-Man getting that new wing on now, trying to slide his way through, but Broken Reptile with DRS on Tier Titan, is he going to be able to make a move with those old softs and able to hold it? I know he said he wanted to win. Is he going to be able to do it here today? This is the closest battle on track. Everyone else is kind of falling off. Hayden is closing in that gap, though. He is another second closer than he was before, so he is a little bit closer. He's trying to close it into Interior Titan on those slightly fresher hards, but definitely doing a good little race for himself there. Interior Titan now falling off a second from Broken Reptile, but Reptile taking a late lead here. Is he going to be able to hold on to those softs to the end? They look pretty fresh. I'm sure under safety car they didn't take that much of a beating. Bad Hunt House into the pits. I'm not sure if he had wing damage or what was happening with that, but that's going to slot Henchman through. And Henchman's going to say, sweet, I'll take an extra position. Nearly coming with the wall there. And yeah, it's bad. Oh, he needs a new wing. That's what he's going for. Q-Man's going to slot his way through. Trying to catch up to the leaders now. Rise Hazard going at it. But yeah, Rise Hazard having that wing damage. I didn't think it was going to be much of a fight. Ethan on his way through on those fresher softs. Already took the fastest lap on that last lap. I wonder if Q-Man is going to outdo him on this lap. Henchman doing well to try and nurse that gap away from Q-Man, trying to hold on to his position to the end. Interior Titan holding on close to the back of Broken Reptile. Hayden still being able to hold that gap together. It's definitely going to be an interesting end. Hayden pushing with everything, using pretty much all of his ZRS. Broken Reptile pushing, giving up all of his ZRS. His Interior Titan's just trying to nurse his way through. I think he knows that Broken Reptile might not be able to make it on those softs, but he might just be able to do it. Just outside that DRS range now. If Broken Reptile can get away, it might really help him out here. His Interior Titan's really closed it through into Sector 2 around that big sweeping corner. Interior Titan not wanting him to get outside that DRS range, but seems to have happened as he does not have DRS. Broken Reptile is going to do his best to try and run away. Henchman and Hayden and Q-Man are already through. Q-Man making the move done and getting quite ahead already. Bad Hunthouse locking up, but making his way through Rise Hazard as well on the fresh softs, having probably about 2 seconds faster lap than hards, let alone older hards, so definitely helping his way through. Ethan now trying to close in the gap to Henchman, if he's going to be able to do such a tall task and the amount of laps left, but it might be able to depending on the deg. As Q-Man still trying to close in that gap to the leaders and Hayden, Interior Titan, within 1 second, having DRS again on Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile trying to run away from his rival here, essentially somebody he wants to keep as far back as possible. Definitely going to be a few Stewart inquiries after the end of this race. BRL Hayden having a quiet one, just doing very well to keep it in P3 and just done everything to try and keep himself out of harm's way for the most part. Q-Man closing in that gap a little bit more, already taking a second out of the leaders. But yeah, Interior Titan still within 1 second, trying to get DRS again on Broken Reptile. I think he was in range this time, definitely. Has DRS, he's going to be able to keep it close to Broken Reptile on those older softs. I'm not sure what kind of pace or deg he's at, but it's probably not very nice. Not a lot of ERS left, just trying to run to get away. Interior Titan having a little bit more in the coffers in reserve. BRL Hayden pushing quite a lot of each lap, but still closing in a little bit to our leaders. Q-Man closing in all the time, almost down into 12 seconds. Not sure if Hayden took wing damage there, I don't think he did. He was just really close to the wall. Henchman losing a little bit of time to Ethan, but Ethan closing it in as best he can on those softs. Bad Hunthouse not too far behind. Still trying to make up as many positions as he can. Hopefully able to claw it into Henchman. These two are both clawing in about a second lap into him as well. Hayden closing in a little bit, but yeah, Interior Titan still with DRS on Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile doing everything he can to try and get away, but I'm sure those hards are probably just as worse for wear as those softs are at this point. With DRS, he's going to have the pace, but is it going to be enough? Oh, even that seems a little bit scary, probably with the deg getting up right side by side. But offering space. Broken Reptile having the pace on the outside line, able to slingshot his way through. These guys go side by side into Sector 3, not exactly something I would want to be doing. Interior Titan takes the lead. Those softs are probably just not feeling very well at this point. Broken Reptile definitely fighting the car. Oh, and losing it. No. Able to holding it outside from the wall, but BRL Hayden's going to be able to take that position from him. Q-Man coming through Sector 3 now. Yep, and Broken Reptile into the pits, probably for a new stack of softs. Unfortunately, to the end. Is Henchman going to be able to make something of it? I think so. He's lost a lot of wing, though. He might not be able to keep away from Broken Reptile and those fresh softs for that lap. Ethan not too far away. Maybe able to make some moves. Same with Bad Hunt House, as Broken Reptile is coming out of the pits now. Where is he going to slot? There goes Henchman. There goes Ethan. There's Bad Hunt House in the side. Bad Hunt House is through. He's with Broken Reptile as they're coming through. He's in behind him. But Broken Reptile being put back onto older mediums from what it looks like here to the end. So maybe not having the pace to really claw into these guys. Ethan may be able to make a move on Henchman at the end here. Q-Man closing in time all of the time. BRL Hayden 1.5 seconds behind Interior Titan. 5 laps, fresher tire. Is he going to be able to close in the gap in time and take a lead? Are the penalties going to make a difference here? Oh boy, what is going to happen? Q-Man still closing in. 10-second gap in behind on those softs. As Henchman and Ethan already going into a big fight. Broken Reptile 1 second behind them as well, as these three are all going to fight, which is only going to help Bad Hunt House try to close in and possibly make a few more positions at the end of this race as well. Henchman doing everything he can with that broken wing. Just not really having a good time here at Vietnam, but doing everything he can just to be on the racing line and keep up his pace. Does have that right. Being the lead car, these guys have to keep it clean behind him. As Ethan is just trying to get a good run with DRS, he's going to be able to make a move. Yes, he is down in a light little lockup, but should be able to get out in front. Henchman gets pushed off a little bit with that hurt wing, not able to make the turn. Broken Reptile is going to slide his way through. As Broken Reptile is going to want to close in as much as he can, try to get through Ethan as well. Broken Reptile not able to make the move. Slotting back in behind Ethan. Interior Titan and Hayden really going at it. Sorry if I missed that. These two already at it. BRL Hayden already through. I didn't realize it because he really slipped up. Hayden making an amazing move. Broken Reptile on the way through from Ethan. But Hayden taking the lead late into the race. Oh, and there's contact, and that's right into the wall. It's going to be wing damage for Hayden. Interior Titan pushed him. Unfortunately, I think just hard to follow through, and Hayden is going to take the win. Just like that. His heart is probably racing outside of his chest right now, but he's going to take the win right now. Q-Man's going to take P3. Broken Reptile, I think, is going to be taking P4 tonight. We'll have to see on penalties and everything else. As Bad Hunt House is right behind them, it'll all come down to penalties. Henchman right there as well, having not much wing left. Bad Hunt House is going to take Ethan on penalties, and that's going to put him into P5, Ethan P6, Henchman P7. And it should put Slingshot and Ray's Hazard as our last two of 8, 9. Good race, guys. Safety cars and all. Lots of action on the go. Lots of good battles. Henchman taking driver of the day. Definitely a not happy race for, I feel like, a few of these drivers. Definitely going to want to put their heads down into the next race. But that is okay. These guys all got points today, which is a nice, sweet plus to the pot. It might have been a grueling race, but they all at least made something out of it. As we will try to see our penalties, and that is our final order today. We shall try to see our incidents going through. Not many today. Very good on them. We will try to get everybody in here. Remember to check the box, guys, so you can include your audio. Yes. All right. Tier Titan's mic is MIA. Let's see what he had to say. He said he had a great race. Car felt great, even though he felt slow from the wing damage, but good race. Q-Man, how are you feeling after the end of that race? I'm sure you have quite a few comments to share with us today.
I mean, I have no words right now. It was just, I had a shot to win it, but I think time was not clear on his end, but I don't know. P3 anyways, I'll take it, but could have got a win at least. Maybe second, but
yeah,
I wasn't expecting P3.
Yeah, unfortunately the way it goes, but yeah, I was hoping for more for you guys, but P3 is not bad. I'm sure the stewards are probably look at a few of those incidents. You might move up in the standing order. I know you had a bit of a championship fight. How are you feeling about that?
It's a really good championship fight between me and Titan. It might be close after this race, so I'm looking forward to the battles for the next cup upping races. So yeah.
Yes, and I'm not sure if Hayden is quite back yet,
I'm
but
back.
I know Broken. Oh, he is back. Awesome. I was watching you from the back. I was calling you out for a while, saying you were out on those hards. I wasn't not including you, but very good on you to somehow steal it right at the end there. How did you feel? How was your heart feeling after that one?
Well, this is actually my first ever league race podium. My game actually froze for a bit there with about 10 laps to go. I went down to P5 and I was like, that's just wrong. I was in with a shot on podium there. And then I had a few good moves and then Broken Reptile spun, which really gave me hope. And then Anterior Titan had a bit of a moment at the end. Towards the end, and I got the DRS in the home stretch, and then got the DRS again, and then said, no, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to use the DRS and set it down the inside, and I did it, and my hands were shaking ridiculously. I could barely change gears, but yeah, it felt absolutely ridiculous. I'm so happy, and that really has put me back in the championship, I'd say.
Yes, I was looking for Broken Reptile to really throw himself back into the championship fight. Unfortunately, having connection issues, still able to rake in some good points, but you have thrown yourself into the ring for the championship fight, it seems. So how do you think you will do going up against Q-Man, Reptile, and Titan into the next race?
I think it'll be a good one. I think I got the pace. I think I can win the championship. I know Q-Man has really great pace, like, For a moment, for the bit there, while I was sitting in P3 and Q-Man was closing in, I was watching the Delta and I was like, right, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good championship fight, I reckon. I'll keep your eye on.
Well, there you guys have it. It's going to be a great championship fight. It looks like there's quite a few contenders that don't want to let the top few just run away with it. That is our Breakout Racing League Tier 5. Everyone have a good night. Be safe out there. And we shall catch you next time with our other league races. Have a good night, everyone. Let's see.